Greetings, readers and friends. Harvey Michaels here. I'm thrilled to welcome you to our adventure into Danshui President Plunge, Book 1, Evacuate or Pay. It was an electrifying story to write, and I can't wait to share some with you today. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me. Thank you kindly. Okay, here we go. Chapter 1, Kingfish. People pour in and out of the MRT station. Half of them close umbrellas on their way in with practiced motions. The other half open theirs on the way out. Very few operate smartphones, but half of the commuters entering the station are about to grab theirs, and half of the ones exiting have only just put their phones away. Every other day's dodged bullets and faced daily routine minor monsters were there still whispering into ears, but normal fears went on the back burner, put on hold for the coming beast Noru, promising to tromp and blast everything in its way. One older, broad-shouldered man stops amid the crowd, stands in place, and smiles at the sky. He ignores light rain collecting on his bushy eyebrows and the bumps of commuters making their way around him. Slicked back gray hair makes his large, lower-positioned ears more distinctive. He hears the MRT's subway doors warning, "Scree, scree, scree," behind and beneath him from the bowels of the Toqianzhuang station. Was that my last MRT ride? Only one side of his face ever scowls or smiles. Now both sides stretch out, one up, one down. "Sorry," a young man in a high school uniform says in English as he bumps the older man and notices the bandage on the bend of his elbow and the IV bag strapped on his shoulder. "My name is Kingfish," the man says, still half smiling, half scowling, and nods his large, wrinkled forehead as if to answer the young man's apology. Protruding eyebrows, those big low ears, as well as the peculiar name, Kingfish, make the young person imagine someone sick in a different way than the IV bag suggests. "Oh," the young man answers the introduction, looking anxious for the light to change green so he can cross to the bus stop. "I am dying." The abrupt statement sounds insane for his great joy. "Sorry," the young man says again. "Do you want my umbrella?" Kingfish waves in dismissal, signaling the end of their talk. He raises his hands and shouts, "I want the typhoon to be powerful." The man called Kingfish steps off the curb into the Zhongzheng Road crosswalk a second before the light turns green. The young man would line his encounter, asking out loud to his social media network if he should have tried to do more with the man. He was glad he had something to share other than his usual agreeing with people's posts, only adding a few latest line stickers which moved around on the screen when line friends saw them. Hours earlier, Kingfish parked his pickup truck 300 meters away at IKEA. He ate breakfast there before walking to the MRT station here, and then took a subway a couple kilometers to the Tailiao station where his doctor's appointment was. In the new Taipei City Hospital Sanchong branch, parking is as hard to find there as it is expensive, so he parked at IKEA, 3 hours free for the price of breakfast. Remembering saved parking money makes half his mouth smile. With a sudden silence, the blustery pre-typhoon light rain abates. So does the wind when Kingfish is halfway through the intersection. He stops on the corner, absorbed in the call he has to make. He half grins, amused. So many others instantly stopped all around him, as if Kingfish is a shepherd, a magnet for the crowd. They all have the same idea of taking the brief, rain-free chance to look at their smartphones. Some start texting and others talk into their phones or into space if they have Bluetooth earbuds. Kingfish presses to open an audio chat online to his sons. They answer the expected call within a second of each other after only one ring. I'm coming from the hospital. The doctor doesn't want to see me anymore unless I go to the hospice, so this is it. Bah, the younger man calls his father. Listen, give it some more time. No, son. Remember, the fortune teller told me this typhoon was coming, and it is going to take me with it. Kingfish's scalp lifts as a helmet or a tight cap, as usual, if even slightly riled or annoyed, raising up like something coming from underwater. Bah, don't talk like that, says his older son. We want you to stay around. We know it hurts. He did not want to correct his father's exaggerated memory of the fortune teller, who only told him the fourth typhoon would come and it would be important for him. I'll wait as long as I can. The doctor gave me extra morphine. They say nothing more, so he finishes. You're busy, I know. Always be the best, boys. He turns his phone off to end the call. Both sons make the same sighing sound into their phones at the same time, just before they also disconnect without speaking a word between them. The brothers are loyal to family, their father, but they are two very different people and rarely speak to each other except where their jobs overlap. Mutual reservations in the outwardly handsome young men are more from competing for their father's stingy approval, not from having different mothers. Hunter is bigger in more than the 8 years separating them. He is half a head taller and muscled, unlike his younger brother Romeo, who has less masculine features and lighter skin than his brother. Hunter always has a quick fuse. Romeo always has a scheme. Hunter grimaces at one corner of his mouth in displeasure at being called boys. He is clenching and unclenching his right hand, still holding his phone in the other. He replays the brief conversation in his mind and decides it is a last stab at guarding his father's remaining control when he needs to be about letting go. Just minutes before, Hunter had been getting up the courage to call his old girlfriend, his old fiancée. But he backs down from that idea again, this time blaming it on his father. His younger brother, Romeo, wonders if he would ever see his father again. He would like to backtrack, maybe apologize for their argument at the Moon Festival. Was that only a few weeks ago? Work had been so busy. Remembering work and the time pressures he is under, he gets up from where he is sitting to get moving on his hefty task list, wishing he had a helper. Their father's diagnosis is he is dying. They know that. He beat the last death sentence a doctor delivered to him 2 years ago by quitting the strong Taiwanese clear liquor he loved so much. The doctor said he had to either give up his life or his 100-proof gaoliang, and it might be too late anyway. To everyone's surprise, their father fought back. Withdrawing from alcohol addiction almost killed him, and only those who worked closest with him knew the passion he replaced gaoliang with in his life. Just like that, people get back to what they were about. Phones are put away. Umbrellas are opened again. Everyone hurries, But because of overconfidence in modern life, only a few rush in appropriate panic given what is steadily avalanching down from above. With hellish strength, Super Typhoon Noru will try its best to annihilate everyone and everything. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the reading this time. Please leave a comment if you did. What did you think? Remember, sharing is caring, so please do tell a friend who would like to join us here. If you are enjoying the journey, I'd be so grateful if you would be a supporter and pick up a copy of Danshui President Plunge on Amazon and leave a review. Until next time, take care. I look forward to seeing you here again. See you then.